The auto industry is also on a good track during the pandemic. Micah Muzio, a managing editor at Kelley Blue Book, is stopping by. Thanks for coming on our show. Can you share some of the latest cars hitting the market that make you really excited?
Yeah, this is pretty convenient because I'm filled in a studio. I'm surrounded by a bunch of vehicles that I think are pretty darn compelling. And maybe I'll just start over here with the Genesis GV80. And we're going to talk about a few trends too. And one of the big trends, obviously SUVs are very, very popular, but this is a great time to not have to go to a dealership in person. And the Genesis GV80 is great because it's a value priced premium SUV, but Genesis has this really cool concierge service where they will bring cars to you to test drive, and you can do most of the car purchasing experience remotely. And when you buy one, they'll come and grab it for you for service, which I think that's a really wonderful thing to have, especially at this moment in time. But I really enjoy driving the GV80. Another trend that we're seeing is that these days it's really kind of hard to buy a bad vehicle. So car makers are distinguishing their products through design, and a great example of that is the new Acura MDX. It's got this, they call it a pentagonal grille, and it picks up the light in different ways. So that's definitely a big trend we're seeing, is this focus on design to really make people feel this strong emotion for vehicles. So it's not just an SUV, it's like a really kind of emotional SUV.
Is it true franchises are hiring mostly tech-savvy people to sell cars?
Absolutely, yeah. It's important to have tech-savvy employees these days for two good reasons. One, because you have people like me and you and most consumers don't really want to have to go to the dealership right now. They want to do the transaction digitally. So having people at the dealerships that can handle those transactions is important. And then the other thing is technology. It's getting more complicated. A good example of that technology is the Lincoln Aviator. This is a plug-in hybrid vehicle, and what you need when you go to a dealership are people that can explain the technology. And the Aviator plug-in hybrid is really cool because it's got an electric battery, a battery system that will help it drive 21 miles under pure electric power, which is great. So during your normal commute, you might never use any gasoline, but also it puts out a ton of horsepower. The combined output is 494 horsepower, which is a lot. And so when you go to a dealership, what you want is somebody who can explain all of that technology. And then rounding things off, I'm standing next to this. There's no theme here. This is just pure indulgence. This is the Bentley Bentayga. It's been updated for 2021. They've reworked the front end a little bit. Nothing makes a statement like rolling up in a Bentley. You got these the oval headlights, and this big vertical grille, and of course the Bentley badge. So that's a real statement piece. And if you go inside too, that interior is so sumptuous. They've also updated the infotainment system with a larger screen. It's a 10.9-inch screen with wireless Apple CarPlay, again going to that theme of technology. So the Bentley Bentayga is a great way to drive elite. That's a really quick look at the vehicles that we've got here in studio, but if you want to do a little bit more research and see what else is out there, Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com is a great place to do your research, so you don't have to go to a dealership and walk around in these weird Corona times. So head over to KBB.com.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.